What's going on, y'all? Welcome to today's episode of Solutions. We actually got a special one for y'all today. It's another on-time encouragement video. I'm Cam. Today I'll be discussing how knowing your why, solidifying it, and always coming back to it will actually give you direction in your life and make sure that you know to the best of your ability that you're on the right path. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video. I know that this is a concept that you all may hear all the time, like know your why. Recently, we did a video on how to make it out of a dead-end job. In my eyes, knowing your why, especially as a younger person, like I'm literally, well, for the FaceTime rate today to do this. I have a friend that's in college, and me and her went to school together freshman year. I'm no longer in that school, but she's still there, and she texted me like, man, I'm good, but I'm holding on type. And I'm like, you good? You want to talk about it? And she was like, yeah, I'm just, I'm in my 20s now, and I feel like I'm behind and blah, blah. I'm like, not blah, blah, blah to be disrespectful, but like, so on and so forth. And I'm going to call her and I'm going to tell her, like, it's about your why. Like, we as Black people, we get caught up in the survival mentality. I can't speak for other races. And I know that overthinking is something that happens to everybody. We get caught up in the, what am I doing? What's next? When you live in a short-term mentality lifestyle, that's what forces you to have that level of anxiety. That's what makes you think, what am I doing next? Or am I doing the right thing? But when you sit down and you determine what you actually want your life to be, like not only look like monetarily, like what do you actually want to do in your lifetime? Like you say, okay, I want to be a developer. So you go into construction, like you go into project management. You say, okay, I want to speak to kids. If you want to be a teacher, I strongly encourage you, like you need to know what area you're going to work in. You need to go to private school, something. But when you sit down and you determine what it is that you want to do and why, that's what'll give you direction. That's what'll keep your wheels from spinning. In my eyes, my wheels been spinning for a long time. I've been on this entrepreneurial journey for probably like 2.5 years now, and all things are working together because I sat down and I've identified what it is exactly that I want to do. And honestly, it was downloaded unto me by God. Some of y'all need to lock in with God. I ain't gonna lie, that could be a big missing piece from the puzzle. And one thing God downloaded unto me, thank you, Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying, is let only the missing pieces be the missing pieces. Like, do your best and let everything else fall into place. That's something that's a concept that my dad spoke to me about. And if you chosen, you gonna know because you seeing the signs that you in the right place, you where you need to be. Maybe people talking things that you seeing. Pay attention to those signs because it'll show you what to lean into if you can't pinpoint what your purpose is. But once you do, you'll know that you're on the right path. Like, even if you in school, you say, I want to run a doctor's clinic, or you say, I want to improve the health in my community. You probably should run a doctor's clinic. You probably should go to school and create content on holistic ways that people can take care of their bodies. Like knowing your why, like for example, I'm learning project management because it is my life purpose to build and rebuild the Black community. So as I'm going through this construction program, as I go into a project management position or into developing my own real estate, I know that the goal is to sit down, document the process, and give proof of concept to people that look like me. Now, this video is across the board. Whoever you are watching this, you can relate. This is about putting yourself in the shoes of yourself 10 to 15 years down the line. Like, do your best to visualize because that's what will give you direction on what to do today. When you know your why, it makes it that much easier for you to make decisions. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy every time, it's gonna be difficult decisions, but you know, especially if youth is on your side, that making these decisions, you're eventually going to be successful. Because you sitting here choosing between, should I go with this bank or this bank as far as lending because I want business credit, whatever. Or should I go work with this person or work with this person for this venture? I don't know how it could go. I've heard horror stories, blah, blah, blah. And you sitting there stressing, but on the other end of the spectrum, younger people, they like, should we go to this party or this party? We gonna drink Pink Whitney or we gonna drink Doucet? You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it that way, it allows you to sit down and realize that you're right where you're supposed to be. And when you come back to that, let only the missing pieces be the missing pieces mentality, and you've sat down and you've determined what it is that you want to do with your life and your why behind that purpose, you'll be unstoppable and you'll have joy every day that you wake up. Like I was working at Amazon, able to wake up with joy because I knew that I was going in that warehouse and I was speaking to people. Even though I couldn't physically build and rebuild the Black community through real estate or businesses, I knew that I was pouring into individuals that were in a non-growth mentality environment that would end up being successful. Some of them have marketing degrees. One of my boys, he got his name, I ain't gonna say his name because he may not want to be on here, but he got a whole UX degree, which is like consumer design. Like UX is the difference between eBay's website and Amazon's website. Like that's a very real skill set. That's a high value skill set. So it's like, why are you interested in this? And what do you love to do? Like tapping into that will change your life. Figure out how you can monetize what you love to do. If you're an artist, if you're in something that's, say it's a strong learning curve or it's highly competitive or very difficult to be successful in, like any sort of entertainment, make sure that number one, you putting yourself out there as much as possible and listen to constructive criticism. I said constructive criticism, not hate. Hate is very different. Put it this way, you can take something from everybody. Listen to the root of what they're saying. The quicker you learn how to take constructive criticism, the quicker you can actually grow into somebody that can be successful. Surround yourself with people that hold you accountable, not just are people pleasers. Like if your circle is, if you use one of the people in high school with a large circle, you probably need to cut that down because people are fake nowadays. So find your real circle and the alignment is going to be there, bro. That's what's going to help you get out of that, oh, I feel like I'm behind mentality. Like, no, like you in your early 20s. People are like, oh, you supposed to be figuring it out. Like think deeper than that. Like, where do I want to be down the line? And that's when you'll find out who you are. With that said, don't let anybody discourage you from your path. Just make sure that what you're doing is actually feasible, or ideally have a job or a business opportunity, some sort of investments that are providing the capital that are necessary for you to do what you actually want to do in your life. Ideally, find a job or investment that's in alignment with your hobby because it'll make it that much easier for you to be successful. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and execute. Execution is key. Like if you sitting on something and you know you've been taking notes for a year, because I got notebooks full of stuff, just focus on executing. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to sit up and, oh, what about this? Like, just focus on executing and improving your craft as you go. Because the more you put yourself out there, the more other people's eyes will be on whatever it is that you're doing, and they'll be able to give you insight as well, which will make you successful that much faster, whatever successful means to you. So with that, I pray that y'all have a blessed week. I'm bro.